Hi guys, and welcome to the weekly Tikkun Healing Message. In the last few weeks we talked a lot about freedom. We also just finished the cycle of Pesach, Passover, and we freed ourselves from our limiting beliefs, and we worked on freeing ourselves from our addictions, anything that keeps us in bondage to our negative repetitive patterns. Today I want to discuss the next step. Now what? We are free. Now what? Imagine you could do anything that you wanted to do. Imagine you actually are in the place that you dreamed of being in. Personally freed from whatever held you back, accomplishing whatever you set yourself to do it, to accomplish. You got there. You're free. You manifested your greatness. Now what? And it reminded me about this movie, Shawshank Redemption. There was this guy, don't remember his name, the older guy, and he was forever in prison. Over 30 years was in prison. Then he was released, and he just couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle life outside the prison. He couldn't handle the freedom given to him because he got so used to the life inside of prison. Actually, it's a sad, right? For those who know the movie, it's a sad story. He actually hanged himself so much he couldn't handle the freedom. We don't need to go to that extent. I don't want to make it depressing and dramatic, but I do want to provoke that thought of, okay, now we are free. Now what? And I want to bring up this idea of contradicting desires. The fact that many of us, we have certain areas in which if we would actually get what we wanted, whether it's freedom, whether it's liberating ourselves from whatever it is, or achieving or getting somewhere, reaching our goal, we all have aspects and areas in which if that would be the case, we wouldn't be actually able to enjoy it. And the reason for that is because of contradicting desires that we're holding on to. What do I mean by contradicting desires? There's this post that I saw a while ago that says, I only want two things in life: getting in shape and eating chocolate. Well, it's funny and we laugh about it, but we all have these contradicting desires in different areas, in different forms. Let me give you a couple of examples. So I wanna be number one, but I don't want the spotlight. Tell me, how can you be number one without the spotlight? Why don't you want the spotlight? Well, it makes me uncomfortable. I'm afraid of the spotlight. I want to be able to express my creativity, but I want to be liked by everybody. Well, I'm afraid to be judged. Well, you might need to take in consideration that if you find some creative outlook, not everybody will love it. And maybe you'll face some criticism. So you get the idea of what I mean by contradicting desires. So, as well as I want to grow, but I want to keep my I want to keep my freedom, meaning I don't want more responsibilities while I grow spiritually. Well, if you grow and expand your vessel, it's by nature you'll get more responsibilities. Well, but I want to grow without that. Contradicting desires, right? I want to belong, but I also want to be left alone. It's laughable when we look at it like that. It's laughable, but we all hold on to. We all have areas where we have these contradicting desires, and that's the number one reason why, if we would be given that, we wouldn't be able to enjoy it, because we're holding on to a contradicting desire to every goal that we have. Not every, but many of the goals that we have. So the first step is we want to ask the question and start to maybe identify, do I have contradicting desires? Am I holding on to contradicting desires? Where are they? What are they? And then the second step, ask, which one do I want to keep? I cannot have both. It's impossible, right? We cannot get in shape and eat chocolate all day at the same time. I mean, we can try, but it will be very hard, to say the least. So what is my contradiction? To become aware, which one is, second step, which one is more important to me? And which one do I want to keep? And to be honest with ourselves, And it's okay if we're not ready for it yet. It's actually great if we identify something and are honest with ourselves and say, you know what, I'm not ready to let go of that second desire. Yeah, I want to be rich and famous, but I'm not ready. I'm just giving that as an example, right? I'm not ready to let go of what's blocking that from happening, right? My comfort zone, my safety, my cushion, whatever that might be. And the third step, after I do say, okay, I do want to let go of that, and I want to keep the desire that is serving me, nurture the real desire. Nurture it, empower it. Use customized affirmation to retell yourself what it is that you actually want. So by strengthening, we're giving it more energy, we give it more clarity, and we emphasize it. So it will help us to strengthen the real desire. And once we strengthen the real desire, the fake desire, the ego desire, the instant gratification desire will fade away slowly by themselves. And last but not least, take actions. Take small actions. Commit to small actions that will start nurture that real desire that is really important for you and what your soul is actually looking forward to. Love you guys. Give it a thumb up, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, and see you next week.